What's up, everybody? Welcome to Most Excellent Entertainment. Happy 2026. We took a couple weeks off. This is our first new episode of the brand new year. Hope it's been treating everybody well. And I hope you guys had a great holiday and all that good stuff. And with me this week, our first guest of the new year is a professional wrestler based out of Pennsylvania. He's going into, I believe, his second year as a pro. Our third year?
Second year, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Mr. Dae Jamison, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me. I know we've been in contact. There's been some hiccups left and right, but we're here now. We're finally here now.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to have you on here. I got to do something about my lighting. Every episode now I look like a ghost. I don't know what happened, but it's kind of cool.
Invest in a little ring light.
Yeah,
I'm working on phone. Yeah.
I'm actually building a studio.
All
we've
right.
done sometime this year. Hopefully it'll be cool and we won't deal with this anymore. But anyway, man, thanks a lot for coming on the show, dude.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, man. I genuinely do appreciate it.
Of course, man, of course. So let's start at the beginning, right? What is it that got you interested in pro wrestling? And then from there, when did you decide that it was actually something you wanted to do?
So starting back to whenever I was still in the womb, my mom and my dad, they were running a promotion in Liberty, Pennsylvania, where guys like let's see. See, I was in the ring with Alpha whenever Alpha, like right before Alpha got signed, whenever he's doing his independent stuff. A lot of the Samoans, my dad was bringing in like a lot of the Samoans. So,
Sure.
you know, as a little kid, I would run around the stadium and I would run in the ring, and then the wrestlers would chase after me and I'd be scared, pooping my pants. So that's really like the initial start. And then I was playing baseball whenever I was in middle school. And my middle school coach was actually a professional wrestler in the McKeesport area. He wrestled on NWA East. He was an NWA television champion.
Okay.
And his name was Quinn Magnum. He wanted to train his son. And his son was younger than me, but we were built roughly the same. And he knew that I was very much in love with wrestling. So he wanted to see like if I had what it took to, you know, maybe take the opportunity and see where I could take it. Fast forward a couple years later, that was whenever I was 12. Now what's going on? Everything just wants to break. Everything wants to break. We are having technical difficulties. I apologize, y'all. Y'all are gonna have to work with me today. Good Lord.
It's all good, man.
So yeah, then we did some training whenever I was 12. Kind of stepped away from it a little bit because being so young, like I wasn't tucking my chin. I was getting concussions. My head was hurting. So I stepped away for it for a little bit. Came back whenever I was 16, 17 under Brian Anthony. He was in McKeesport training there. Came in just trying to knock the rust off, trying to remember what I could remember from whenever I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was at that point in time, like whenever I came back and I was old enough to kind of process what was going on, I knew like this is what I want to do. This was
awesome.
Just set on what I wanted to do. So I took another year training, just making sure that like I had everything that I needed, like character wise, fundamentals, cardio, build, just the little necessities that you need to build the character. I waited till I was about 19 and then I debuted. And then from then I've been traveling all the way down to Michigan, Indiana, to the East Coast, like Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. And 2026, we're looking to keep on building, keep on branching out, go further West Coast, go a little bit south, and see what Dae Jamison can bring to the table.
Awesome, man. Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, people who watch the podcast and who kind of know who I am sort of know this, but I actually am from upstate New York.
Okay.
And I got trained by Vinny Ferrari and Don Adams out there. I'm kind of familiar with some of the Pennsylvania guys, John McChesney.
Yeah, John McChesney.
Yep. And Quinn Magnum, I mean, that's crazy that he was your baseball coach because he's like a freaking legend back home, dude.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know. God was on my side growing up. He gave me an opportunity, and I just made sure I couldn't pass up on it. Yeah.
yeah, that's wild. And another thing that a lot of people might not know because the Los Angeles branch of the Samoans is kind of really popular now, but
Mm,
WXW, the Samoan company, I mean,
yep.
Samoans ran that out of Pennsylvania for decades, man. So
Yeah.
it's a really cool spot to come up.
Yeah. Cool
Um,
stories, man. A lot of
yeah,
cool stories from growing up. Yeah, man.
yeah, definitely. So, you want to tell one?
Oh, yes, I have a great story.
All right, sweet.
So flashback to whenever I was a baby. I was
Yeah.
in the ring. Um, I don't know exactly what I was doing, but I was probably in there messing around with the ropes because that seems like something I would do. Like when I get in the ring, first thing I do is I go mess with the ropes. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I just want to make sure it's not going to snap on me. So I'm
Fair.
always like filling my ropes out. And I was in there and I'm messing around with the ropes. And my dad hits off his music. And mind you, I'm like this big.
Right.
This big Samoan bastard comes out big as hell, charging the ring at me, and I took off so fast. I ended up going back to the crow's nest. I just did like a donut in the ring because I didn't know what to do, and I just shot up out of there. It was crazy times, man, crazy times,
That's awesome, man. That's
crazy
awesome.
times.
Heck yeah. So, so once you got your training in and you felt like you were ready to go, um, who was your first opponent? Where did you first work, and what was that whole feeling like? Like getting in the ring for the first time in front of a crowd.
It was everything that I had ever dreamed of. Um, so I had moved to Florida for about 9 months, and I was still talking to my home company up in McKeesport, Pennsylvania. They were called by PWX, which we don't
Sure.
really talk about that company anymore. But
Okay.
um, yeah, I was in contacts. I was talking to this guy named Joshua Hessam, aka Horsepower. He's a worker out on the local Pittsburgh scene. Um, he was contacting me, and he was like, what can we do to get you back up here? What can we do? Like, we know you have what it takes, but what can we do to get you up here? So they paid for my flight, um, brought me from Florida back to PA. I ended up staying here after I moved up. Um, and I went against a guy known as Godric Sandwell. So while I was in Florida, I was having other people work this character for me so that they could be the voice while I was technically locked up in a mental institution.
Okay.
And so I had my voice who would keep going after Godric and keep like little hints, little hints, little hints. Fast forward to August of 24, August of 24. Um, I make my debut, and before my match could even end, I had a white jacket. One of my doctors from the psych ward came in and chased me out of the arena. So I didn't really have that. I didn't really have that first debut match. I was
Yeah.
only in there, did a few things, and then had to get up out of there. But Godric Sandwell, that's a dude that's he's really been busting his butt off. He's traveling all over the place, man. He's still doing everything that he was doing, and he's gotten better since the time we faced off. So I'm thinking 2026, we're gonna have to run that back.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So, man, getting flown to Pennsylvania for your first match is wild.
Yeah. It was just because the people up here treated me as a family and they wanted me back
Yeah.
home. And I was
That's
in a
awesome.
rough situation, and they saved me from my rough situation, and here we are.
There you go, man. Right on.
Yeah.
So, how did like you go from a character who's in a mental institution to where you are now? I mean, you're kind of like a rock star almost. It's a very uh different persona. How did that evolve?
So I passed therapy.
Okay. Works.
I had to go to therapy, and in order for me to become an actual person again and not have to be, you know, in my straight jacket and my spit guard on, and I passed therapy. I had to take my medication. I had to make sure for a long period of time, for a whole year, I had to make sure that I was going to stay on the right track, and now I'm able to live an actual life. So,
Nice.
as you can see, as you can see, I've tried to make do with what I had. So we went from being crazy psychotic because of all the hate that I've gotten from my entire life. I just balled that up, and that's what was my motivation. And now I like to hurt people for fun. So instead of taking my anger out, I just do it for the fun of it. So now
Nice.
that's where we get the rock star. With my dad being in bands and such, I've always seen the glamour of rock stars. I've seen the way they carry themselves. I see the way that people attract to them, and I just found it.
There you go. So it was kind of a natural thing once you followed the AJ Lee path and went through therapy.
Yes, 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 yes,
Right on, man. Awesome. Awesome. So you're also part of like a group of wrestlers, right?
yes, sir, yes, sir.
The collective or whatever. How did that come about? Like how did you guys find each other? What's the story behind that?
So we got, I think 5 members in total.
Yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
Ampo the Destroyer, he was the very first. So before there was us, there was Ampo and a guy named RK Sawyer. They were the originators of the collective. I was a referee and security guard during that time,
Okay.
and I kind of watched what they were doing. The slogan of chaos and championships that just stuck to me because like one, I need as much gold as I can carry. I need as much gold as I can carry. So I see the championships and then I see the chaos, which is all I bring to the table. I'm nothing but a ball of chaos. So those words really stuck with me. And then while I was training in McKeesport, um, I didn't really have the same schedule as a lot of the other workers, but
Mhm.
Ampo had the same schedule as me. So me and Ampo would go to the gym and we just started working with each other. He was helping me with little things. Like I said, I wanted to make sure that like I nitpick everything. So I wanted to make
Yeah.
sure even to my waist lock, to my headlock, to a simple arm drag. I wanted to make sure that all those things were precise in the way that they actually needed to be. So
Yeah.
Ampo was helping me just make sure that I had everything like on lock. Then Ampo goes out traveling and he finds Banana Man Lestat. We love Lestat. That man is literally bananas. He's great. Currently holds, I think, 3 championships himself. Um,
Nice.
let me find the timeline.
Gotcha,
Lestat,
brother.
yeah, Lestat joins. Me and Ampo, Poe started taking me elsewhere with him as a referee. Um, so I would just start working at different companies, like learning the way that companies operated, which was
Mhm.
absolutely amazing being as young as I was. And then he goes to West Virginia. Ampo goes to West Virginia. And this is when my psychoticness kind of kicked in. Um, no, that's not right.
Okay.
Zanesville, Ohio is the first time that it happened.
Ah, okay.
Zanesville, Ohio, um, we're doing a whole lot of chirping, whole lot of chirping. We were working at the academy, and I just snapped out a little bit too much. One of our trainees, I think I just put him in too deep of a submission hold, almost broke his neck. And Poe
Whew.
was extremely mad at me for that. I did not like the way he came at me, so I challenged him to a one-on-one.
Okay.
Me and Poe had our one-on-one, teacher versus student, and he beat me fair and square. He beat me. I lost. Uh, Came back, West Virginia. Now I'm pissed because I lost. He's out there. He has his match. He loses. I come out. Screw you, guy. Big sick kick to his head, and then I sneak out the ring.
Okay.
Leave. Now we build it up. We go to the back. He's cutting a backstage promo. I'm cutting a backstage promo. He gets in my face. I slap the dog piss out of him. Get out of my face. We build that up. Next match we have, I beat him because I beat him in the mental game.
Okay.
So that's how me and Poe really started to mesh further and further. Now,
Yeah.
while we were still training, there was a guy named Daniel Tafua, which I'm sure if you're in the independent wrestling scene, you'll end up hearing his name sooner or later.
Okay.
He's a Samoan, the Samoan Nightmare. He's built like a cannonball. The dude moves quicker than I've ever seen a big man move. It's strange. It's very
Nice.
very very weird. Um, so we found Daniel, and we slowly started progressing him the way that Ampo progressed me. Now Daniel is currently a 2 belt champion himself. Poe's a 2 belt champion. Banana Man's a 3 belt champion. And then we got one that's kind of on the border, kind of
Hmm.
not on the border, because she kind of left us, but she kind of didn't. It's a long storyline.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so her name is Brittany Storm. She's from West Virginia.
Okay.
Um, now starting to work a little bit around Pennsylvania. Still working out in West Virginia. Um, she's I think she has roughly the same experience as me.
Okay.
Um, I don't know, she's very unpredictable because when she's nice, but when she's mean, she's just very very mean, and it's like you just don't know what to do with her.
Right.
So Brittany's that wild card. Everybody likes to say that I'm the wild card, but like, I mean, maybe, but I really think that she's the wild card. I do.
Right, right on.
But
So
that's
how
how
did
we all
you
found
and
each other.
okay. How did you and Poe go from kicking each other in the head to being part of the same group? Like where did that switch come?
Well, it's funny you may ask that. So there's a company in Ohio, I believe Bridgeport, Ohio. They're called Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots. Um, they had a war game style match, not two rings, just one ring with a cage, but they called it war game style because one member from each group would come in, and at the very end, once everybody's in there, the match starts.
Right.
So there was a guy who's no longer a part of the collective, William Renee. He was a part of the group. Um, they were outmanned. They were getting beat down by the Street Stompers. The Street Stompers had more guys than the collective did, and after Poe decided to, beat me up a little bit in Zanesville, he gave me a shirt and was like, "I'm recruiting you. Like you went out there, you almost beat me. You showed me that you have what it takes, um, and now I need your help. We need that unpredictableness. We need that chaos. We need the craziness. We need your unpredictability in that cage." So the money was right, the offer was there, and I took him up on the offer, and now here we are. Everybody in the
Okay.
group, everybody in the stable, except Brittany, carries the championship, if not two, if not three. So we're doing something right.
Awesome, man. So talking about championships, right? Um, a lot of people on the internet like to say championships are just props and they're just tools and whatever. But what does it mean to you when a promoter puts you in a position to get a championship or when you earn that spot to compete for a championship? Like what does that mean to you as a wrestler?
I'm gonna circle back to it's everything I've ever dreamed of, man.
Yeah.
When I look back of how maybe not how I wanted my wrestling career to go, but like some of the main goals that I wanted to hit, like becoming a cruiserweight champion. This one is this is probably my most meaningful championship because when I was I don't have it in here. I think it's downstairs. But my very
Okay.
first replica belt that I ever got, little styrofoam one, was the old cruiserweight belt that like Rey Mysterio had whenever he like first came in the company.
Sure.
So the cruiserweight belt was always like I don't know, that was always an achievement I wanted to get. The fact the fact that I doubted myself for so long and I'm putting myself in positions to get opportunities and the bookers or the management is liking what I'm bringing to their company, that means so much more to me than what the championship itself means.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the best that they have there. Absolutely. That's why I'm the champion. But the fact that the bookers had that much faith to even try and push me into that direction means more to me than any booker could ever understand. Um, I'm still a kid, man. I'm only 20 years old.
Yeah.
I'm I love everything that I've been given. I love every opportunity that's win, lose, draw, everything that's been given to me. I would not be in my position where I am now if it was not for those little steps along the way.
Yeah. Right
They
on.
trusted me, and that's more than a thank you could ever do. They
Yeah.
trusted me.
Right on, man. So you mentioned that you're young, not just in the business, but also you're 20. Um, people who are veterans talk about how you're constantly learning, even when you've been in there for a while.
Yes.
Um, what opponents or partners have you learned the most from being in the ring with?
KJ Orso, formerly known as Fuego del Sol. I learned a lot about selling techniques whenever I worked with him. Um, so not even based off of the way that you like structure your matches, but specific cells at specific time periods that just make it make so much more sense.
Yeah,
KJ was very, very good with that. Um, Another opponent that I learned a lot from, which I just retired this past year,
yeah,
Joshua Kavad, a dude that I watched growing up. He had what it took. I don't know why he didn't get signed anywhere. He might have just got too old too quick, and sometimes our joints just fail on us in this sport. So
yeah,
it happens, but Joshua Kavad, man, there was so many little things that he would do. He was just so smooth with everything.
yeah,
Everything was just silky smooth. So working with him, it kind of helped me learn how to mesh my chaotic style with the silkiness to make it mesh as much like as best as possible.
yeah, yeah. So you mentioned having a chaotic style.
Yes, sir.
I noticed that you like to mix in like some pretty cool knee strikes and whatnot with the stuff that you do in the ring. Um, and strikes have to look crisp, you know. How do you work on that? How do you keep yourself crisp? And how would you describe your actual wrestling style other than chaotic?
So, wrestling style, I would say that I'm a technical striker. I can stretch you out. I can break your nose. I can kick your head off if I really want to. Um, I'd say technical striker is probably my best place. I don't want to categorize myself because I can always do more. I can always do better.
Yeah.
But at the current state of time, a technical striker is where I'm at. What was your other question?
Oh, just how do you keep your strikes looking crisp and like
Hey, I beat up my little brother every single day.
there you go. Hell yeah.
Every single day. I wake him up in the morning, five knuckle shuffle.
Nice.
Bow. It just
Nice.
happens.
Nice. Hey man, so you brought up the five knuckle shuffle. Um, what were some of your inspirations, uh, whether it's on the independent scene, other than obviously your family and growing up there, or bigger bigger WWE, TNA type people, uh, that you kind of patterned yourself after, or maybe look to as inspirations to get into the business, or once you got in there, like how you wanted to present yourself or be.
So Rey Mysterio is a huge one just based off of his quickness and how small he was. When I
Yeah,
was growing up, I wasn't the tallest, still really isn't. I'm not the tallest dude ever. Um, so the speed based off of Rey Mysterio, that was one huge key factor. Randy Orton, the way that he breaks down his opponents, that viper, that killer mentality, like I absolutely attracted to that. Um, Prince Devitt, NJPW
mm,
Finn Balor, the Demon character, the Bullet Club, um, that that was huge for me.
yeah,
The way that Finn would move, and AJ is in that same caliber. The way that they would move, and it's that silky flawlessness that I like to keep getting back to.
yeah,
They are just so silky with every. I've never seen other than Penta someone hit such a pretty sling blade other than Finn Balor.
yeah,
It's
yeah. It's definitely
flawless every time.
yeah,
Flawless. AJ Styles, phenomenal forearm. It is legitimately phenomenal. He reaches back like you owed him some money and he's sending you to the next planet over. That phenomenal.
yeah,
Shelton Benjamin, whenever he had the gold hair, that that
yeah.
that's where I get my step up knee from. Running in the corner, boom, big knee. Shelton Benjamin, great with that. Let's see. Christopher Daniels, man, the fallen angel,
Mhm.
Christopher
Yeah,
Daniels. That guy was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Um, Cannot forget about John Cena. Uh,
yeah,
that man had everything. If you're looking for business-esque wrestler, John Cena is the playboy for it.
yeah.
So
That's
being able to look the part, being able to play the part, being able to change on a dime, flip. It's these guys. They just I don't know. I steal pieces of everything from all of them all the time.
Right on, man. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think, unfortunately, the fact that he never went to WWE, a lot of people underestimate Christopher Daniels because I think there was a point when he was the best wrestler in the world. To
Oh,
be completely
absolutely.
honest,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, and I think his influence is a lot bigger on young wrestlers than people realize.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah. So, if we're gonna look at your list of opponents right now and the people who you've been in the ring with, uh, who's been your favorite opponent, and who has been the person who maybe you hated being in the ring with, not because of their work, but because uh, like the rivalry. You know what I mean? Who's been your most heated rivalry?
This one answer is gonna fit for all the questions you just asked, and I'm gonna need
Okay,
you to look this dude. I'll send you his link over later.
cool.
So Ricky Roca, he's actually from Buffalo, New York.
Okay,
Um, that guy, when I first started, um, me and him were both young and coming up in the business together, so we leaned on each other a lot.
yeah,
They man, he made me work. That he made me outshine him every time. Every time he would just push me to the next level. We had 3 matches together. Oh no, maybe 4. I don't know. I've hit my head quite a lot, but somewhere 3 or 4.
yeah.
Um, First one I think was it was a think a triple threat. Next one was a one on one, and then another triple threat, and then a tag team match. Um, I don't know. He's Puerto Rican as well. I'm Puerto Rican, so like that we did.
Fiery.
Yeah, man. It's just
Yeah,
like just colliding, and the way he works is opposite of the way I work. So like we would get in there, and it was just 2 different styles, but we were
yeah.
just so well to like I don't know. We were able just to make it work every time. We were able to make it work. Yeah, Ricky Roca has been my favorite competitor that I've gotten to work with, and a guy that I really do hope to work him more in 2026 because he's
Awesome, man.
gotten way better, and now I need the smoke. I just need it.
Nice, nice. Right on, man. Um, so you've mentioned you've worked in several states, and like Pennsylvania, the eastern side of Ohio, and West Virginia, people all seem to work that area. But you've actually moved out into the Midwest and done some stuff in Indiana and Michigan and whatnot. How did those opportunities come about, and where are you looking to expand to in 2026?
So, shout out Ampo for this one. So, Ampo, when we went down to Michigan, I guess they found our tag team stuff, but we didn't go down there as a tag team. We went down there individually. Um, I don't know. I guess I think I reached out to the booker and I was like, "Hey, like we're looking to come down there. Here's like some of our footage. If you need us or anything, just let me know." And it was one of those like, "Yeah, when can we use you? When can we get y'all down here? What's your asking rate?" Um, so that's how Michigan came about. And then I got into Indiana because of Ampo. He was
Okay.
already down there working. He started to take me down there with him, just to kind of get my foot in the door. I went down there, worked one match against who the hell did I work? Oh, I went down there,
Hmm.
wrestled Ampo. Because we had a little collective showcase just to show the booker like this is kind of what I can do,
Okay.
you know. And after that, he was like, "I'm putting you into our cruiserweight title division. You're gonna go out there, and I'm gonna need you to make a save. And then after that, next time y'all come down, you'll have a one-on-one for the JICW Cruiserweight Championship. And see right
Steven,
here, as we see right here, I beat Brandon Valor for this beautiful title, and
awesome,
now Silvertooth is staying at home with me."
awesome, man. Yeah, I know Steven. He's a good dude, man.
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah,
Steven. He's
yeah,
absolutely amazing.
good dude, man. He's
Yeah, yeah.
when I was running, he helped me out a lot with sound, and
He's
we
great
had
with it. Yeah, he's great
yeah,
with that
yeah,
word.
he's awesome with sound,
Yeah.
dude. We had a couple title matches for his belts on our shows, so it's pretty
Awesome.
fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Steven's a good dude, man.
Yeah, Steven's great,
JICW
man.
has grown a lot
Yes.
in the last couple years, so it's a cool place to work for sure.
Yeah, man, it is. And it's a big boy ring. I think it's a 18 foot. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's nice working 18 foots. I hate working 16s. There's not a whole lot of room, but like getting that extra 2 feet of room all the way around, that yeah, 18s are
yeah,
beautiful.
definitely. I know that some guys that extra step, to get to the ropes can trip them up, but
I used to play baseball, man. I got those long running strides. So
there you
every
go,
time it's
man.
just two steps, two steps, two
There you go.
steps.
Right on, man. All right, so man, that's awesome that you're out in JICW. That's very cool,
Yeah, I
man.
love
I
that
didn't realize
place.
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love that place.
good stuff, man. Um, so looking on to this year that's coming up, are you looking to debut in any new companies or any new uh states? There you go. That's the word I was
Yes.
looking for. Or
Yes.
any people that you're really looking forward to maybe facing off with for the first time, or want to throw any challenges out?
Every podcast I do, I throw his name out there. I'm sure he's getting sick and tired of me, but I don't care because he was there whenever I first started training. But gosh darn it, Lee Moriarty, I
Ooh,
swear to God, when I get my hands on you full, I swear to you, not even God can save you. I've been waiting for this match for so long, and you keep ducking me. I have your personal DMs, and you still keep ducking me. Anyways, yes,
yeah,
we are going to a new state. I'm just gonna drop one for now because everything's
sure.
kind of in the works, and this one is complete go. Sometime in February, I will be debuting in Connecticut. I
Awesome.
cannot quite remember the company's name right now because it's a collab show with
Okay.
USWA, which is company that I hold the Keystone State Championship in. So this
Awesome.
company and another company are doing a crossover, and then sometime through 2026, this company will also be working with Three Legacies Wrestling, ran by Ricardo Rodriguez. So we're gonna
Awesome.
get some cool stuff shaken for 2026 at least.
Nice, man. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Lee Moriarty, former independent champion of the world, right?
Yeah, screw that guy. No,
Yeah.
I love Lee. Lee helped me a lot whenever I was like 12, 13 years old, like working in the
Yeah.
ring. He did a trip in Mexico, came back, and immediately came back to the gym and started teaching us everything that he learned in Mexico. So I
Nice.
got to give him like huge props for that.
Right on.
And then watching him go from AEW dark matches, because every time AEW would come to Pittsburgh, I would go, and seeing him go from AEW dark matches to being the longest Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling champion of all time, being in the
Yeah.
history books for that. It's been crazy to see his growth, and I love him so much for that. I'm so happy to see that he's been able to be the young kid as well and actually pull himself to the next level. So
Right on.
it's a hunger that I have. It's a drive. I saw somebody close to me that was able to do it. Why the hell can't I do it? So
Yeah. Yeah.
we're trying
Why
to get
not?
there.
Yeah. No doubt. And getting wrestling people that are on that level only makes you better. You have to step it
Yes.
up.
Yes.
So let's do a couple more questions, then we'll roll on out of here.
All right.
If do you have a dream opponent? If you could wrestle anybody, uh, let's do current active wrestlers, and then also just of all time. Who would those people be?
Uh, I need my match with Finn Balor.
Okay, right on.
Absolutely, absolutely need that.
Yeah,
You could give me any year of Balor. I don't give a damn what year you give me. He's always going to be a top star in my book.
yeah.
So Finn Balor, he's way top of the list. Um, let's see. We'll go. Oh shit, Eddie Guerrero, man. If I
Ah,
could have worked Eddie, I definitely would have worked Eddie. Uh, I was just talking to my girlfriend about this yesterday. I lie, I cheat, I steal. I mean, like even people who don't know wrestling know those three
yo,
words. They
yeah,
know the three phases. So
yeah, man.
he made a huge mark, at least in the wrestling. At least in my eyes, he made a huge mark. Um,
Yeah,
And then
Well,
Kurt Angle, if his knees weren't so shot, because he's from Pittsburgh, I would love
yeah.
to do Pittsburgh versus Pittsburgh. That would be kind of sick. But and he can barely walk. So
Right. So yeah, but I mean, looking back on it, um, man, and the thing about Eddie Guerrero too, like whenever somebody does three suplexes,
the
it's
three
called the
amigos.
Three Amigos. Like that's
Yup.
a big freaking deal. If
Yeah.
you change the name, you know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just a
that's
suplex. No, it's the
right.
three amigos.
Three
Yeah.
Amigos. That's huge, man, and
Yeah.
that doesn't happen all
No,
the
not very
time.
often. Not very
Yeah,
often.
like an Ace Crusher is a stunner now.
Yup.
Steve Austin did that, but yeah, it
Yep.
doesn't happen all that often, man. So that's he definitely left a huge impact. So
Yes, sir.
right on, man. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess the last thing is just where can people find you on social media? If there's anything you want to plug, if you've got anything coming up, this will be out on Tuesday, so don't talk about this weekend. But if you've got anything coming up that you want to talk about, the floor is yours, man. Go ahead and let people know.
Hey, y'all can find me on pretty much every platform: X, Threads, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. No Snapchat. But if you type in Dae Jamison, all capitals, if you just go onto Google and type in Dae Jamison, all capitals, my link tree might even pop up with everything that you can hit. If not, I know all my different pages pop up whenever you Google my name. So if you're trying to find me on anything specific, all you gotta do is Google me. You'll find me. That's my big thing. Hashtag find me. That's what y'all need to do. So yeah. Um, 2026 is going to be a year full of blessings, at least for me, and I'm hoping it does the same for everybody else. I hope everybody has a good year. Hope everybody had a good New Year's. Um, if y'all are around the area, if y'all are in, I will be coming to New York sometime this year. So if y'all are in New York, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Connecticut, type my name, see where I'm going to be coming through, and if you want a picture, if you want an autograph, all you got to do is come up and ask.
Awesome, man. Good deal. All right, so Dae, thank you so much
Oh man, thank you.
for
Again,
coming
I do
on, dude.
apologize for all the craziness beforehand,
Uh,
but I greatly appreciate you.
it's all good, dude. It ended up being worth it, man. And I don't know how public you are with these kinds of things, but I hope your mom's doing all right, brother.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah,
want
yeah,
to throw that out
yeah.
there for you, man.
Mom's all good. We're just gonna keep checking on her, make sure that all the bad juju goes away,
Hell yeah.
and she's always at the shows though, so y'all
There you
can say
go.
hi to mom if she's there. You'll see her with Dae Jamison shirt. Y'all can always say hi to mom.
There you go, man. All right. So, yeah, I want to thank Tyler Martin, my producer. I say this every single week.
Thank you,
Could not
Tyler. Thank you,
do this
Tyler.
thing without Tyler, man.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Tyler.
Tyler makes this happen. And I want to thank everybody tuning in who watches this thing. What is this? 3 years now we're going on?
3.
Yeah, I think we're
Give
going on
herself a pat on the back.
3
Let's give
years
him
of
a
this
round of
thing, man.
applause.
It'll be
A
3
round
years
of
this summer.
applause.
So, yeah, right on, man. Let's keep on doing this. Let's keep growing and getting people to pay attention. I don't even remember who we're talking to next week, but we got a big January coming up. So we got a bunch of stuff going on. So we got Brother Meat coming on and Moonlight Seekers. We got some cool rock bands coming on and some more wrestlers and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be fun. Anyway, man, thank you all so much. Thank you to Dae Jamison once again. Thank you, Tyler Martin. Thank you out there in the internet world. And we'll be back next week. I've been Keith, always every week, with more Most Excellent Entertainment.